Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the snipping tool, and then I'm going to show you a few other tools that you can use when inserting images into a Google product. Let's go ahead and start by going to the lower left corner, and I'm going to go ahead and type in the words snipping tool. Notice an app shows up called the snipping tool, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the icon to launch the app. And the snipping tool window appears. I'll drag it here to the middle so you can see it. Now here on my taskbar, you'll see the icon for the snipping tool. I'm going to go ahead and right click on that and select Pin to Taskbar. So now anytime I want to use the snipping tool, it's going to automatically show up here in my taskbar and I don't have to go and look for it. So let's go ahead and launch it one more time. And then here's my snipping tool menu bar. I'm just going to go ahead and select New. Notice my screen fades and I have a little crosshair, and I'm just going to snip this little snowman. So I'm going to click and drag where the item that I want to snip. So I have a couple of options here. I can click on the Save button and I can choose where I want to save this. So if I want to save this to my desktop, I'm just going to go ahead and call this Snowman 2 and click Save, and it's on my desktop and I can access it later. Or I can go to Edit and select Copy. If you are a shortcut person, you could also do Control-C on your keyboard, and that would also copy it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'm done with it. I'm going to click on Snowman. So I have a Google slide already ready to go. I can right click and paste or use the Control-V shortcut to paste it here. But here's my image that I snipped. And it's not the cleanest, best snip. So we're going to talk about how we can make this better. So I've highlighted my image. Notice when I click off, my tools change here. But when I click on my image, I have some different tools that show up. And one of them is the cropping tool. So this is the cropping tool right here. So I'm going to go ahead and select crop image. And as it is, the cropping tool will just crop a square or rectangular shape. And I'm just clicking on the sides to crop my image, but that's not really pretty. I'm going to do undo to get back to my original. And I still have it highlighted. I still have it on crop. And you can tell because the yellow is around the crop image. Now to the right of that crop image, there's a tool called mask image. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And notice I have different shapes that I can use to crop my image now. So I'm going to go ahead and select the circle. Now, using the same little hash marks or on the side, I can crop or mask my shape. And I'm going to make this circular. And I'm just going to clean this up. Now my image has been cropped into a circular shape. And so see how I was able to clean up that image. But wait, there's more. I'm going to go ahead and select my image again. Notice over here I have a border tool. So when I select this item, I can give my image a border. And I can change the width of my border. So if I just leave it at 2, it's going to be a really fine lined border. If I go up to 8, it'll be a little bit bolder. I can also change the color of my border to black, to red, just like that. Now I have one other option here. I can also change the style of my border. So here is a border dash. I can even a couple of other different choices, but that's how you add border to an image. And so this is really helpful when you want your image to stand out. So I'm going to do one more thing because I think this is really helpful. I'm just going to do a quick snip of my screen. The reason I'm doing this is to show you how you can add other elements to an image. So I'm just going to snip part of my screen up here. And I'm just going to do a copy and then paste it. So this is how we create our training guides. I want to click on the corners to resize because it keeps the aspect ratio intact. If I select the sides, it squashes it. Or if you select the top or the bottom, I always say that it squishes it. Now, let's say I'm making a handout and I want to remind you or show you where that cropping tool is. So I'm going to go to my tools, my shapes right here. I'm going to choose a shape. And now I can annotate or add a shape to the top of my picture. Now notice all I did was click and drag to make a rectangle, but it's a white rectangle. So I'm going to use my fill color, make it transparent. I want it to stand out, so I'm going to make my border red and make it a little thick to draw your attention to that area. So that's just one of those extra tools that I wanted to show you. Oh, and the other item that I wanted to show you, I completely forgot, is that I can click here back on my snowman, and I could also go to Format Options. And let's say for the lesson that I wanted to use this for, that I wanted it to be a black and white snowman. So I could go down here and make it black and white. Now my border color didn't change because I selected the color red. So I know I showed you a lot of different things, but hopefully all of these tools you'll be able to use to enhance how you're using images and how you're even making things in your Google Slides.